Hey, this is Reuven Lerner, and welcome back to my Python Standard Library Video Explainer series. I showed you in a previous video how we can remove things from a dictionary, how we can remove key value pairs from a dictionary. I want to show you two additional methods this time that are not used as often, but which might be useful in your particular applications. So if I create a dictionary here, it'd be A1, B2, C3. So let's say I just want to get rid of everything. I want to define the dictionary from scratch. Well, I can say then D equals a dictionary now. And of course, once I've done that, well, the dictionary is empty. That is not a surprise. But what if I do something similar? What if I say D equals all that, and then X equals D? Right, so now I have D and X, both names are pointing to the same dictionary. So if I now say D equals a new dictionary, is X emptied out? No, it is not. X continues to point to the same dictionary. Right, because D and X both point to the same thing. When I said, though, D equals new dictionary, well, now that reference points to the new dictionary, and X is remaining there pointing to the old one. What if I want to keep the same dictionary, but remove all the elements from it, so that this will not happen, this problem will not happen? Well, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to then say D.clear. And D.clear means keep the same dictionary object, but remove all the key value pairs from it. And now D is empty, and X is also empty, because, of course, D is X. The two names are pointing to exactly the same object. Now, how often are you going to want to clear out an entire dictionary? It's not clear to me. It doesn't actually happen that often when I'm developing software. Well, I should say, it doesn't actually happen often when I'm writing software for production, but it does often happen when I'm actually just sort of playing with things or experimenting and I want to zero things out. So that might be useful for you. And clear is, it might be useful in some ways. Here's another one that might be useful. A1, B2, C3. I'm going to go a little further, D4 and E5. So you might remember that we saw before in a previous video the pop method. So I can say here D.pop of, let's say, C. And what's going to happen? Two things. First of all, we're going to remove the key value pair C3 from the dictionary, as we can see here. Moreover, we get the value associated with the key C back. So because we had C3, so now if I say D.pop of C, I'm going to get 3 back. Very good. There's another one called dict.popitem. Now, dict.popitem in previous versions of Python, that's to say before 3.6, 3.7, when we had a whole revolution in the way the dictionaries work, this would remove and return an arbitrary key value pair from the dictionary. No longer. Now it is in the last one in is the first one out. What we call LIFO, last in, first out, also known as a stack in data structures. So if I say D.popitem, it should remove the most recently introduced pair, and I get E5. Notice I get back as a tuple. D.popitem. Get that back as a tuple. D.popitem. Now, of course, I got rid of C3, so now the next one's going to be B2, D.popitem. And D.popitem. Wait, there's nothing left, which means we're going to get an error, key error. Pop item dictionary is empty. So you can only pop items so long as they're actually elements of the dictionary. Now, why would you want to do this? There are actually a few different use cases, one of which is you want to iterate over the dictionary, getting rid of the things that you're iterating over as you do them. So sometimes you might have a dictionary and you just want to do something over each item. So you could iterate using the .items method, which I use all the time. But .items returns and doesn't actually change the dictionary. You can't actually change a dictionary while you're doing a for loop on it. Right, so if I were to do something like this, D equals A1, B2, C3, for key value and D items, and now I say, print, let's just do this here, key, colon, value. So that's going to print them all out, right? Well, what if I now do this? What if I say now, D.pop of key? Well, it's not going to allow us to do that, right? One-time error, and it says here, dictionary change size during iteration. So if you want to do something like this, although hopefully a little more useful than this, then you really need to use D.popitem, but of course it's going to be the opposite direction from items. Items is going to go from the beginning to the end, and popitem is going to go from the end to the beginning. All right, not the most commonly used methods, but hey, I'm walking through the standard library as fast as I can, doing all the things, interesting or not, common or not. All right, I hope that you enjoyed this video. I'll be back soon with more from the Python Standard